What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So we're taking a look at Doom the Dark Ages on the MSI Claw8 AI Plus. I was really looking forward to this one, but it's definitely got some issues when it comes to performance, completely depending on like what mission you're at or what part of that mission, and I'll show you what I'm talking about as we get into it. I spent a good 8 or 10 hours trying to fix it, and everyone I know with the Claw8's having the same problem, so it seems to be something either with the game or drivers or both. But let's go ahead and get into it. We'll take a look here. Now, as far as launching the game, pretty much even though I have the newest driver from Intel for Doom, it just says 0.0. It doesn't pick up the driver that you have for whatever reason, so you just got to click play there. But I am running the newest Intel driver with Doom support that they released. As far as the settings go, I'm pretty much going to land on 800p, which I assumed because we want more frame rate, but we're at 1200 for now. We're using XeSS unbalanced, and we also will be on low pretty much for the video. Now, when we get into it here at 1200p with XeSS here, no matter what I do with settings, we're never able to push the GPU up like it should be, especially for this game, seeing how heavy it's kind of been to run. Even if we're CPU bound on some cores or whether we're not, it doesn't seem to make a difference, even with allowing it up to the 30 watt maximum TDP. Going to 800p is zero change in FPS from 1200p here because we aren't pushing the GPU. It's not hitting near its 1950 megahertz or anything like that. And I think I've only had one other game since the Claw came out that did this to me, and I can't really remember which one it was. Going to native anti-aliasing here with still 800p in the low settings. Again, pretty much no change, about 35 FPS instead of 37. But yeah, it's pretty much, again, because we're not utilizing the GPU properly, that's what we have. Switching over to something like FSR, balance doesn't really change anything either, other than worse image quality and ghosting and all of that. And frame generation's broke in-game on these handhelds as well, so no need there. So we're going to stick with XeSS. I'm actually going to use quality, stick with low, 800p, and we'll get into a little bit of gameplay here. Now, first, I'll just show you some of the more areas where things just aren't typically running properly. It's definitely not a CPU bound situation, even though there are times where that is an issue. It's just in general areas of the game aren't running properly. And I've tested this on the Ally X and Legion Go in the same areas, and they run high GPU usage, normal performance, and they do not exhibit this issue and dipping down into lower frame rates here because, yeah, we're hitting hard on the CPU, but as you'll see later on, we're still able to max out the GPU and get much better frame rate than this if things are running properly in another area of the game. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to go ahead and jump down here, and you're going to see as we load into the next spot of this mission, performance is going to completely fix itself and change. And this goes back and forth while I'm playing the game, which is why I didn't want to get into showing a ton of settings and really giving best settings ideas yet, because it's a little bit brokey here at early access, at least for me and the 2 or 3 people I know that have been trying this out on their Claw8. So anyway, getting into it here, you'll see proper GPU usage as we should here, regardless of what my CPU is up to. And yes, we still hit CPU bound areas where we'll skip or stutter. But look at how much better the frame times and frame pacing got, though, in comparison to what we were just playing. And then again, the GPU usage and everything else just working out more properly. Even moving outside here, moving on further into the mission, it continued to work properly for a while, though later on it did wind up breaking on me again and being stuck at around 70%. It's just very random stuff that happens like that, whether it's the game or drivers or a combination of it. It's definitely something going on there. Again, I don't have that issue on the Ally X or the Legion Go. The Legion Go is having stutter problems from not having enough RAM, but they don't have this issue where they'll sometimes get to where they're just not utilizing the resources properly. So hopefully this will be something that with a game patch or with another driver update, even though I'm using the Intel Doom driver here, that things will improve and get better, and that all of the game will run the way it's supposed to, so that maybe we can dial things in better with the settings and experiment with things there. Maybe get in-game frame generation working properly, because that's not working on here or the deck or the Ally X or anything for me. And I think that would be nice as well. So I can only test the game so much on this handheld and even some on the others, but I especially had trouble with the Claw here, and I spent hours and hours and hours going through this trying to fix it and comparing it to other devices and that kind of thing. So hey, if you're playing this on your Claw8 AI Plus, let me know what your experience is in the comments down below. This is what I'm getting for now. I'll definitely be retesting and coming back to this when we get some updates or something gets to working better. Anyways, guys, as always, thanks a lot for coming and check out the video. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.